Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming together today. Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the Ngunnawal land on which we meet. I respect the elders, past and present, and the elders from other communities who may be here today. Me as a Child is a collaborative project based on lived experience. When I was young, I remember I used to love covering my hands with mud, pretending to be cooking delicious food for my friends and my cousins. It was such a great feeling. Now, if you feel comfortable looking back into your childhood, I'd like you to take a couple of minutes to share your most memorable experience as a child with the person next to you, please. In line with our center's values and philosophy, we strongly identify diverse values, beliefs, ways of doing, and partnership with all parties as significant to promoting a sense of belonging, being, and becoming of all children. This has also been highlighted in the Early Years Learning Framework, or the EYLF, which was introduced by the Department of Education, Employment, and Workplace Relations in 2009. Sharing lived experience is a fantastic way to gain an insight into each other's values, beliefs, and perspectives. I am particularly motivated by Gaia Hayes and Usher's notion of Indigenous concept of storytelling, which is called yarning. In 2013, they illustrate yarning as a progressive dialogue that is like a hanging thread waiting to be picked up, continued, and reconstructed. This clearly signifies collaboration and co-construction of meaning. So, what are we here for? I'd like to propose a way to create an authentic partnership based on respect and understanding of each other's values, beliefs, strengths, and knowledge through sharing our lived experience. The Australian Children's Education and Care Quality Authority, or ASIQA, in 2016 strongly promotes true partnership that recognizes what each other has to offer. I believe that this is a wonderful beginning to understand differences and similarities, which is foundational to respect for diversity. It is a great way to identify responsive support. For example, traumatized childhood experience may present itself through stories. It is also a space for collaboration from all parties. Why collaboration? Wong, Press, Samsian, and Hard in 2012 suggest that collaboration is related to a culture of compassion, understanding, trust, and open-mindedness. It is an ongoing process that requires active and dynamic contributions and commitment to achieve shared goals. This approach is clearly aligned with our center's values and philosophy as mentioned earlier. When we share our views, respect each other's perspectives, and work together toward the same goals, we feel empowered and gain a strong sense of purpose. Now, who has the power to make this project successful? Our key stakeholders include children, families, educators, board members, Indigenous community members, and wider communities. Waniganyaki, Cheeseman, Fenech, Hadley, and Shepherd in 2012 strongly encourage all key stakeholders to take active roles throughout the process of collaboration to achieve high quality practice. Children also definitely have the right to share their views and have their say toward this project. How do we get there? Our strategic planning is based on Waniganayaki and others in 2012 suggestions. It will include a SWOT analysis in which we try to identify strengths such as children's interests in storytelling and sharing of daily experience. An opportunity may include storytelling incursions from family members or elders from local Indigenous communities. Some stories may be broadcast and published to reach wider audience. Weaknesses and threats may include a lack of time, fear of being exposed, or traumatized childhood memory. All these will be identified and addressed by our planning team, which will include myself as the educational leader, an early childhood teacher who will consult and discuss with all the children and other educators, a parent representative, a student from a local primary school, an Indigenous elder, and a representative from the ABC radio station. This team will work together from the beginning to the end in order to ensure equitable opportunities for all stakeholders to contribute their skills and knowledge. This project aims to be developed within a period of 3 to 5 years. Communication and flexibility are key to the entire process. The planning team will identify shared goals and put in place strategies to keep the process alive and active. Having informal gathering or afternoon tea parties with families and stakeholders can contribute to a relaxed yet fruitful conversations around the project as well. Regular reflective meetings and periodic evaluation are essential for identifying change and adaptation to meet the desired outcomes. This may involve surveys, feedback forms, public forum, and analysis of children's artwork. As informed by the Code of Ethics in 2016 and ROD 2006, I will motivate, mentor, build networks within and outside our centre and advocate for better understanding of fair practice and sustainable partnership. Professional training and other support will be provided. I will oversee and evaluate the process while encouraging all parties to take on leadership roles on an ongoing basis. I will also critically reflect upon the process and identify outcomes and possible change of direction for better outcomes. Well, what are your thoughts? Thank you for joining us today. It has been a great pleasure sharing with you. Now, who would like a piece of cake and a cup of tea?